Thank you for taking the time doing this, especially for Baton Rouge and the capital region. You know, we were all rooting for you this historic season of Big Brother 25. So congratulations for 100 days in the house. So congratulations there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So what happened, buddy? What happened to Matty Ice and you just couldn't cross the finish line there?
Yeah, I think I definitely didn't deliver the speech. I think that's part of my struggles growing up. I'm not a very good public speaker, and I didn't know what to expect. I thought not too confidently, but I thought I had the jury vote, and from what I hear, I did for a while, and then it kind of switched, so I wasn't really prepared for those questions. The nervousness of being live. I know a lot of people are watching, and I'm being asked these questions on the spot. So all that just took a lot of things in consideration. Yeah, I think I got cracked a little under pressure. I also went into that wanting to be pro Matt and not anti Jag. So my whole thing was to never throw someone under the bus because I just wanted to stay true to myself and be a loyal person. So when I was doing that speech, I was making sure I wasn't undermining anyone.
Yeah, and and that is one thing that you did the entire season. You remained true to yourself. You never threw anyone under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Being in that house for a record 100 days, it's the longest season ever. What was it like being in there?
I would say it's definitely not what I expected. I did expect it to be like obviously going to be in a house with strangers, but I never expected to make it 100 days. I knew going in I was going to be perceived as a physical threat, so I got to kind of maneuver my gameplay by being very, very social with everyone because I kind of had to downplay my physical abilities so that I wouldn't get booted out the house.
So what was the first thing you did once you left the house?
First thing I did when I left the house was actually I got pulled in for some media stuff. I didn't even get my phone back till the next day, but I got to see my family, so that was super awesome. I got to spend a little time with them before everything all started going chaos. And then we kind of just hanged out. We all went somewhere, and it was with the BB cast, previous season BB cast, and just got to meet people. It was super overwhelming because it was my first time having interaction with the outside world. I don't know anyone, but everyone knows me because they've been watching me 100 days. So it was cool. It was cool seeing that. And just being back in real life just felt really, really good. You can stop playing the game for a second. You get there in 100 days, you turn into a game player, and you're in this certain mode. But once the game was done, you could just take a big breath, relax. You're outside the house, and kind of just enjoy that moment.
Mm-hmm. Do you find yourself every now and then strategizing still, or are you completely?
Yeah. What's funny is a couple of my friends were hanging out, and they went off to like the corner, and they like look at me, and I was like coming over. I was like, "What are you guys plotting over here?" And then I was like, "Geez, I'm still playing the game, thinking that they're plotting something." Not so much. I was ready to be out when it was day 100. And I think that's the coolest part is I think every cast is on the same boat, and I think every player that plays the game knows. So like once you're done with the game, whatever happens in the game is the game, and then now it's just personal outside of the game starts. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about people are able to separate the game from personal, and you make these incredible relationships that could be, uh, that could last a lifetime. And speaking of relationships, kind of started on what could have been a showman's. Um, have you seen Riley? Where are we with that?
Yeah, I've seen Riley. We've been talking a lot. She just flew back home recently, and we've been hanging out. Riley is an awesome, amazing girl, and what me and Riley had was special because it was 2 weeks. That was short, but when you're in the BB house, that's like 3 months. You are there 24/7, and what I really appreciated about her was how much she helped my gameplay in the beginning. She wasn't selfish, and I knew us two being that close was going to put a target on her back, and she didn't care. She was willing to take her time to help me in this game. She helped my game a lot because she set me up with relationships and stuff, and she made me feel comfortable because she was someone I could talk to, and she addressed it like everything every night. We were always up late at night talking about who's saying what, what's going on in the house, and because those first couple of weeks for me in gameplay was very hard because no one understood yet how to communicate with me properly, and that was a learning experience for everyone. And I'm finally got over that curve. I finally made everyone start realizing what it's like to communicate with a deaf person, and I was so happy I got to do that. And then Riley kind of set that up for me in the game, so like that was really special for me.
Mm-hmm. And I love that throughout the season there were teachable moments when you had conversations with people. And I remember that there was a one point in the season where you, Mama Cerie, and Mama Felicia were in the backyard, and you were just talking to them about, you know, some of the things that you know, we just wouldn't think of that are sometimes challenges for you. So thank you for opening up our eyes to some of those things.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I have no idea what they've shown, you know, because I haven't watched. But yeah, I think when I came to this game, you know, I knew I didn't want to just come play the game. I wanted to express my emotions and express and represent the deaf community. I knew I needed to be vulnerable, and I wanted to be vulnerable and open up about that, not just for house guests, but for everyone I was watching.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely did that. So I know you've only been out of the house almost a week now. It's not hasn't been a full week yet. But I'm hearing some exciting things have been happening already. Is there anything you can tell me about an appearance on what Bold and the Beautiful it is?
Yes. So a couple days ago, I did a little like cameo for Bold and Beautiful show. I did it with Cerie. So we had a blast. That was awesome. So we were there all day. Me and Cerie did it. She was a doctor. Yeah. And I was someone's friend, and it was really cool. We got a couple lines in, and I was super nervous because I'm like, okay, this is acting. This is like full-time acting, and I did it in like one take, so I was happy about that. You know, I didn't mess up or choke up. It was fun. It was definitely an experience to have.
Mm-hmm. And you know, for you being excited about being able to do it in one take, that's the athlete in you, because you always want to be the best at,
right.
You know, no matter what you do and you take on. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate
that. Any idea of when that episode, do you know when that episode may air?
Yeah, it airs December 20th.
What's next for you? Is acting on the list of things? Or what's next?
You know, that's what I been thinking about these couple days. You know, I've been overwhelmed with so much stuff, not sure what I'm gonna do. I know I'll be coming back to Baton Rouge very soon. And you know, there's a lot of questions. There's swimming, there's training. There's a lot of up in the air right now. But I do know I'm coming back, and then I'm gonna train for a bit. I may be going to Dallas for a little bit just to train there as well, with one of my best friends. We got this whole program. That was another thing. In the house, I actually there were so many challenges in this house. When I was in the house, you know, someone that trains 4 or 5 hours a day. In the house, I didn't get that. So I gained some weight. I gained like 30 pounds. So that was a big struggle. And so that's what I'm finding my next step is just training, getting back into shape, just get back to where I was.
Mm-hmm. And get back to that gold medal swimming.
Exactly. You know it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, and when you come to Baton Rouge, you got to come by the station.
Absolutely. I will.
All right, Matt. Appreciate you taking the time, and congratulations again.
Appreciate that so much. Thank you for having me.